This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
To read them throughout the show. Back to you, Sister Macy.
Welcome back to another episode of Explore Mountain States.
That's it for the weather update.
Moving on to our district news update.
Only here
on INCRadio Mountain States.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers worldwide. Welcome to another episode of INCRadio Mountain States. Woohoo! It's another Saturday with us here. Just a quick time check. It's 4:01 p.m. Pacific time and 5:01 p.m. Mountain time. And of course, they're in the Philippines. It's currently 7:02 a.m. actually. Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng ating nakikinig at sumusubaybay dyan sa Pilipinas. Kasama nyo na naman po ang INCRadio Mountain States sa inyong almusal ngayong umaga. And of course, today is a very special day for INCRadio Mountain States because we are here for a celebration. And of course, if there is a celebration, I can't just be alone. Joining with me here as well is our very own Sister Mylene Bernice. Hi, Ate Mylene.
Good afternoon, Ate Nikki. Good afternoon, Mountain States. Can you believe that, Sister Nikki?
Yes.
I think the first time I joined Mountain States, we're on our second year.
Right? Oh, wow. Second
and
year.
So today, we're celebrating our
seventh
year. Wow.
7th year now. It's crazy to think that it has been 7 years. But for those who actually have just started tuning in with us, I think I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Sister Nikki Payumo, broadcasting here live in Henderson, of course, joining us, Sister Mylene as well, broadcasting there in Las Vegas. We're both here in the Nevada region, if you didn't know. Here in the District of Mountain States, we're actually composed of 5 states, including Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and of course, Nevada, where we're both at. And we also have a couple of crew members that are also within the INCRadio Mountain States family. But later on, hopefully, some of them will be able to join us as well. But for now, you have me and Sister Mylene here. So how does it feel? Ate Mai, it's been 7 years. Like you said earlier, you came into the family when we were 2 years in, and now add 5 more years to that. How does that feel for you?
For me, nothing changed. I mean, it's the same old, huge family that we have and growing even, right? So I went in and went out and I'm back in again. It's like an in and out journey for me, joining INCRadio Mountain States, but definitely a lot of growth. Learning from all of you guys, the perspective of the youth and the veterans like Ate Macy and Kuya Paul. But yeah. It's a blast. Yeah.
Yes, definitely quite a journey. Hence, our topic for today, actually, just to give you a little bit of a peek of what we're going to be talking about today. Our topic discussion is called Tuning into Confidence, My INCRadio Journey. Hence, we are both going to be sharing both of our INCRadio journey, how we started and how we've grown having this duty. And of course, for us to also share with you how it has helped us into the person that we are now, and with our confidence as well. Hence, tuning into confidence. This phrase actually really is close to my heart because I never really thought I'd be doing this 7 years ago, But before we move on to that, if we have some listeners and viewers who are already tuning in with us here on YouTube, please do not forget to hit the like button and also comment down below to join us in our live chat today in our discussion as well. And please also share with us how INC Radio Mountain States has become a part of your Saturdays, and how much fun you've been having with us here. We'd love to hear it and hopefully get to read out throughout our show for today. But then again, of course, it's our 7th anniversary. We didn't think we'd last this long, to be honest. And just to share with you, a little bit of an age, I started INC Radio Mountain States. I was 20, so you can calculate that it's been 7 years. So definitely, yes,
You turned it in last week, no?
definitely we've grown here. So we also would love to acknowledge all of our our early bird commenters here in the live chat that we always love to read and to hear from you guys all the way worldwide, not only here in our district but also all over the world. So Ate Mylene, I'll go ahead and read a couple right here. Starting off, we have Sister Priscilla Batan. Hello po, happy viewing po from Rizal. Have a great weekend po to all brethren around the world. We also have Brother Mario Oka, always here in a live chat. Hello po, Brother Mario. Good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INC Radio Mountain States Satellite Studio. Thank you po. And of course, we also have Kuya Josh. Heartthrob ng INC Radio, Kuya Josh says, gandang umaga, pabati po ang aming tagapangasiwang kapatid na Dominador Tapang Jr. at sa kanyang sambahayan. Ayun po, may pabati po si Kuya Josh for you po. And of course, Brother Anthony Arongay. Hello po to everyone from the Arongays in hashtag Salt Lake City. Of course, we always love to hear from Brother Anthony. Hello po. And of course, for all of our listeners, please do not hesitate to put in your comments throughout our show with your hashtag local congregation so we'll know where you're coming from all over the world. It's Ate Mai. So, again, talking about our INC radio journey. So for you, I just want to get to know a little bit more from your background. Before you started INC radio, did you have any background on public speaking or, like talking in front of a lot of people or even being in front of a camera?
Nada, like zero. I started ground zero at Nikki. And actually, I was not even in for hosting back then. It was, now I'm confused. Was that 2006 or 2016? I'm pretty sure it's 2000. No, yeah, it's 2016. Our first ever Maligaya Summer Blast at the Philippine Arena. So I was there for my district then, Pampanga West, to be a photographer. So I will try to capture our first ever satellite studio. And then like last 10 minutes before we air, our KSPP then, Ka Willie Lising, hello po, kung nasan kayo, kumusta po Ka Willie, was like, join, teach me. And all of a sudden, I was sitting there, not knowing what to say, not even knowing what the random was. And she was like, just help her deliver whatever the topic is today. Introduce the district, and tell us what's going on, and everything else is history. That's how it all started.
I think, most of our journey started off like something unexpected, right? Because obviously we're all like shy or even hesitant before engaging with the radio. Because when you hear the word the radio, it's like, oh, I'm going to be talking a lot. Am I going to be like, interesting, So it just kind of like makes you a little bit more shy and kind of like makes you a little bit more conscious, like, oh, am I going to do a great job? Are people going to be interested? Am I going to be interesting? So I feel like that's really the first step, just going right through it and really not knowing how it's going to go, and just work your way and into becoming better for that material as you go throughout the years. I would say my experience was really similar to you, Ate, because I actually started off with before it was district multimedia. We were called CEBSI with the media, right? In like the local um medias. So I was joining CEBSI and I was just, PA or in production assistant, just helping out, miking up people when we have interviews or like making sure people don't, walk in the way where they're filming. Shout out to brother JB. Actually, he's the one who introduced me into this like whole media platform and got me interested at that time. And then one time we had a big activity where Sister Macy was doing radio by herself. And I was just helping out. And she was like, "Oh, you speak Tagalog. And I think you'd be a good, addition to radio." And then right there and then they're like, "Okay, just read this. And then we'll put you on air like later on at 3, okay?" And I was like,
Oh.
"What?" So, but I would say that that was really a good experience for me because I didn't even realize that, my younger self always wanted to do some kind of like, I don't know, hosting or reporting in some kind of sort. So this is one way I could fulfill that, childhood dream. And I'm always grateful because my brother is also kind of close to like the media. So in a way, it kind of, connects me with him as well. And in terms of us having the same interests in terms of, the media platform. So, of course, in the beginning, all of us were shy and hesitant. But for you, Ate Mai, how has radio, we have a lot of getting to know people on radio, getting to connect with them, and even listening to them. How do you think that radio help improve your communication skills?
It's a huge leap, Ate Nikki. Now that you mentioned about dreaming of doing this when I was a little girl, I did that.
Mhm.
Like having a
Talking in front of
like
the
a
election.
microphone. Yeah, pretending you're presenting something to your
Yes.
audience.
Mhm.
I did that too, but then it never really rang a bell when I started pursuing, career or something that I would want to master or do in the future. But then for us here, it's always for pagtupad, right? Whatever it
Mhm.
takes, just for pagtupad. So we started there. We started with, our ultimate intention, our ultimate purpose to serve, to help, and then eventually, we are given this task, this duty to be the face of, the church, right? Because
Mhm.
there's no denying it. They see us on radio, therefore they know that we represent the iglesianicristo faith, and why. So, for me, I think the growth started when I have to like share my insights and point of view. I'm a mom. I'm a stay-home
Mhm.
mom, so I'm not really in school or anything like that.
Mhm.
And I didn't even, finish my college back then when I was young. So I
Mhm.
realized that, if I will be sharing something on air, it should be something that my audience will benefit with. So that's when I started reading. I went back to the books, and it tickled that fancy of being a student of life again, start
Mhm.
learning again. So I started learning how to like communicate, how to ask questions, because we do have guests here on radio, right? And how
Yes.
to like be presentable when you talk to them. Those ethics that we use on radio. I think that's all the learning started until I'm like, I think I'm ready to go back to college and get my degree. Everything was, initiated by my performance, my intention to serve here on INC Radio. So I think everything that I am wherever I am right now, it's all from INC Radio. Most of it are sparked by INC Radio.
Oh, that's really good to hear, Ate Mai, that, being in radio really helped you, like, not only here, but also in other areas of your life, being a mom, being in social settings, and of course, in professional settings. I feel like most of us really developed our, public speaking skills through radio. And I'm pretty sure you can relate to this, but if you don't believe it, we are all shy like in person. Like but But if we know we have to perform our duty on radio, I don't know what just comes into us, but we
Mhm.
become like,
A
not like
different
a
persona.
different person. It's like another side of us that it just, we're just ready to perform our duty. And again, praise be unto God that He blessed us with all of these characteristics and things that we have learned along the way, meeting other people as well from different satellites, of course. And the ones who are leading us here in this studio, also, we're grateful for them. They always push us to be the better versions of ourselves, not only just to look good, but also, of course, to give praise and glory to our Almighty God. So again, I'm seeing actually quite a few more comments here at Timay. If you want to help us and read some of these greetings that we have right here.
I see a lot of familiar names. We have Brother Ferdinand Tan. He will be our guest for next week, and I think we'll be tackling
Ooh.
depression awareness. Thank you, po, Doc Tan, for joining us today. Hashtag Las Vegas, of course. Oh, we have Sister Emily, living the Aloha dream, right? Hello, po, Sister Mai. We have Brother Brandon Dabu, our CFO president in our local congregation. Hello, po, Brother Brandon. Happy anniversary. Happy afternoon or good afternoon. Ate Zenaida Novisteras from Canada. Hello po, Ate
Yay.
Zenaida.
Hello po.
Brother Anthony Arongay is sharing his insight about confidence.
Mhm.
There's also a cultural hurdle that Filipinos have in showing confidence live. Since we're told it's better to do than say, that's why I appreciate it more when the church pushes brethren to lead. That's true. And I
Yeah.
feel like outside radio, I don't have that, leading, speaking, presenting,
Same.
or whatever.
Yes.
It's always
Even in
a
school, I remember I was doing this while I was also in school, but
Mm,
the build of confidence is just different. But
yeah.
here it just comes naturally, I would say. Like when I know I'm performing radio, okay, I'm ready. Like even if something comes up, I think I'll be okay. But like when I'm presenting in school, I'm like, oh hi. I'm
No,
so awkward. So yes, I do agree with that.
we don't even know when to start or how to
Hmm.
start, our
Yeah.
opening spiel and all that. We also have Ka Domingo Takiki. Yeah, and he's one of our INC radio supporter to whatever show it is. Hello po, Ka Doming. Happy anniversary, INC Radio Mountain States, he said. Hashtag Las Vegas. And also Sister Catherine Arungay greeting us all happy anniversary. There you
Yay.
go.
Thank you po. And of course, if you have also special shout outs for your family, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section below as well. We'll do our best to read that. But just to continue on with our discussion for today, radio has definitely tuned our confidence, and not only in public speaking, but also in getting to know people, meeting people, and, sometimes taking that first step forward to reach out to people and get to know them. Of course, not only did we get to talk about some personal reflections, a little bit of background and how we got into this journey, how we were able to improve our skills and grow into this duty. But most importantly, the main reason why we have INC Radio as well as a platform in our church is to give an impact and influence, not only to strangers who might be listening to us, but also to the brethren to edify their faith sometimes, when maybe when they're driving or when it's just, with us, a regular Saturday afternoon and they need something to listen to, something to inspire them. This is one of the reasons why we push forth on becoming better and putting out a good topic discussions to hopefully benefit each and every one of you, but also us as we continue to talk about these, inspiring topics that we really strive to put out every week here on INC Radio Mountain States. I also want to go back to our Ate Mai right here. As from you, coming from someone who was also shy and hesitant in doing public speaking, or not even public speaking, even just like talking to other people, what advice would you give to someone looking to build self-esteem through radio or public speaking if they might be interested in joining us?
I don't know if I have the proper skills to give an advice on air on how to be better in public speaking. I think Nikki, I think I'm still, a work in progress and still learning the craft. But for me, it's just about just doing it. Like today, before sitting here in front of everybody,
Mhm.
I'm overthinking it. I'm like, I need to know the questions, where this conversation would lead us.
Mhm.
It's like I might get mental block, like I always get. But again, when there's like a greater purpose, like it's for INC Radio, it's for Pagtupad. You're there to
Mhm.
entertain the brethren and share your faith, and share what INC Radio has made you or has helped you grow. And so yeah, I think it's that first first step. Just
Mhm.
do it.
Yes.
It's the word just do it,
Mhm.
whether, and then be intentional. I think that's what
I love
INC Radio
that.
had taught me, to be intentional with every words that I share.
Yes.
And English is not even my first nor second language. It's
Yes. I
yeah,
think both of
it's
us, right? Most of us
yeah.
here in the crew. So,
So it's really so hard to like articulate my thoughts when I
Mhm.
sit here on INC Radio Mountain States. It's not as easy as the other radio program here on INC Radio that I host to in the morning, the next level
Mm.
view, to all those, early birds there. That's 6 o'clock no, 7 o'clock in the morning now that we adjusted our time zone
Mhm.
from Monday to Friday. So that's an easier one for me. This one is a little challenging, but yeah, just do it and know what you're there for. I always say you're there to just listen to to whoever you're talking with, and share and serve. So
Mhm.
if the intention when you sit down and start talking is that, then I don't think you know it'll go wrong, or you'll fail. So
Yes. I
yeah.
actually love that you said at the in the intention, because if your intention is pure, it really, radiates as you talk to someone, not even just on air, even just a casual conversation. If you have good intentions, if you have pure intentions, then it shows from what comes out of your mouth as well. So um I love branching off of that as well. And of course, with that, speaking of, impact and influence, I just want to read a comment here on our live chat. Kuya Josh said, ako po na journey ko po lahat ng mga hosts. Nakita ko po noong Feb 10 INC Radio, Kwentong Radio po. He's also sharing with us his journey on radio. So for him, I guess seeing all the hosts on Kwentong Radio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's a
That
good
was that our
opportunity.
55th? I think that was the 55th INC radio anniversary we did back in the
Mm,
Philippines. Yeah.
wow. So I have yet to experience that myself. So hopefully one day we get to go home
Let's go
and
together.
yes, all of us, just celebrate there as well. We also have some people that are also commenting that are familiar names. We have Ate Flo. Hello po. Thank you for joining us. She says, hello, INC Radio Mountain States. And hello to us, Ate Mai and Ate Nikki. Hello po, Sister Flo. Sister Zenaida also says, hello to Sister Ate Mai. Is it Ate Mai? Living the Aloha Dream. Miss you po. I don't know.
And Sister Emily Lay
Emily.
from
Okay.
Hawaii.
Sister Zenaida says hello for you po. And Brother Anthony also shares with us. There are classes or groups in every community that helps with public speaking. Added bonus is that you have a captive audience that you can share your faith with. Hashtag Salt Lake City. Yes, that is also one of the things that continuously inspire us to continue doing this duty. Not only is that we focus on public speaking and sharing different kind of discussions that might interest our listeners, but all the more is sharing our faith, so that we can invite more people to join us here inside the Church of Christ. So definitely a great way. But so we are really glad that we get to have this opportunity. And I think we also have some photos that we can look back to as we were, as we performed our duty throughout the year. So Kuya Tek, whenever you're ready, po, if you can help us show everybody all these photos that will show our INC radio journey throughout the 7 years here on
Throwback time.
yes, here on INC Radio Mountain States. So we'll see that in a little bit, Paul, whenever you're ready. And just for me, just to share my thoughts and insights as well, becoming a part of INC Radio, I didn't really think I'd be a host here. I just started really being in the background. As you can see, if you are joining us on YouTube, we're actually flashing some photos on the screen coming from our humble beginnings. And we had some couple people right here who are also with us. And we're glad we were able to experience all this with them. So we have Ate RJ right there, Ate Marie. We have Sister Jordan. We have also had Brother JV as well there at the Ina.
Oh, look at those days.
And then we get to not only actually go through performing our duties, but we would also, build a family and hang out outside of church as well. So it is really nice to get to build a relationship with people within the church as well and get to feel like you have an extended family. And these photos are actually from the different INC radio on tours that we did. Some of them are from our INC radio regional awards in San Diego. We also have Brother Mava there, Kuya Chris. Here we have some of our crew members who got to visit main studio as well. They're at the Princess, at the Mylene, and then COVID times, of course, we were doing most of our broadcasts at home. And here, some group pictures, some of Explore Mountain States, visiting different, tourist spots with everybody. And
these are the moments that, really motivate us to do more for radio. It's just that support group that we found, that I found myself, people that I look up to, people that I go to, not just for radio stuff, but also for, personal stuff. We get to meet each other and be connected by heart, like Ate Flo and Ate Zenaida right there. We don't see each other a lot. And
no.
But the connection is like really strong because we do relate to each other's journey.
Yes.
And, our love for INC radio.
Yes, I agree.
And growth that we gained, over the years. So really strong bond.
Definitely, a lot of people to look up to in terms of performing their duty, namely both of them, Sisters Zenaida, Ate Flo, and you, Ate Mai. You all do a lot of things for radio. I actually just want to share real quick Ate Flo's comment here. She said, being an officer for INC Radio had a lot to do with building confidence. I am a really shy person. So I like what I said, we're all just, shy and have our own little bubble. But when it comes to radio, we just all come together and we're loud.
It's hard to prove that, we're really introverts sometimes because they see us, a lot talking to people, interviewing guests, right? Attending these events like road shows and stuff.
Yes.
A congregation to another. But sometimes it's a struggle,
And
There's
also
a different dialogue going on inside our heads.
Yeah, we have to continuously, push ourselves to become open as well, because obviously we're just humans. It's our first time meeting someone, and of course they're more shy than we are. So we have to just kind of just take that step forward and just put out that initiative of like getting to know them more and have that more interest than they have, because obviously they're also shy. But again, as you can see here, more broadcasts that we've gone through. It's crazy to think that we had so many of these already, from houses, different chapels, different corners, and different offices here around, and getting through different districts and local congregations. It was really fun to get to meet people, get to experience different weather, and the sleepover for like when we get to travel to different states, and the road trips
Mhm.
and the places
Explore Mountain States.
yes, definitely explore Mountain
Those
States.
are
So
fun.
we love that right here. And as you can see there at the Macy, our veterans here at the Macy and at the Mai, we love them. We always look up to them, and we're grateful to continue learning from you. As you can see here, me and Ate Princess didn't really think that would be hosts, but here we are now. Um, Also one of the ones that are leading all of our crew members here together with them. So we're grateful that we're able to help out and, of course, lead all of our crew members in putting out a good show every week. As you can see here, we don't really have the best technology before. We just use our phones and
Mhm.
just walk around with it. And, it's again going back to what Ate Mai said, it really just the intention. What's your intention in performing this duty? If your intention is pure, and to serve our Almighty God, it doesn't really matter if you don't have the best, accessories to go with it,
Mhm.
the best technology. It's really thinking about that you need to perform and praise God in terms of performing this duty on INC Radio. So again, we are grateful not only to our crew members here, whether you've been here with us since the beginning or you have, moved on with your lives.
Oh, we miss you all.
I know we miss them all, but we're grateful for all of you and for being with us in the 7-year journey. We're still here, and we're still striving to become a better version of ourselves every time we show our faces here on the screen
Yeah.
and even behind. So just know that we are always putting a lot of effort, not only in front of the screen, but again, in the behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that are worked on to be able to put out broadcast every Saturday for us, especially here on INCRadio Mountain States. We are on every Saturday. So we do appreciate all of our listeners and viewers who are always here every weekend and listening to us, giving us their insights and, saying hello to us. Just a simple hello. And even seeing the familiar names just warms our heart every single week. So we are grateful for you as well. And just
As we
to,
continue to grow as well at Tiniki, I just
Mhm.
wanna, tell them out there that we don't, it's not the talent that we really have. We
Yeah.
don't even know what we have, how, we get to keep our duties, our tasks here on INC Radio. But I
Mhm.
guess it's that, it's that family, that the people that you meet along the way that just
Mhm.
inspire you to grow and, learn something about yourself. Every day is a discovery, the things that
Mhm.
you can do, or the things that you could learn, along the way. So like I'm trying to recruit brother Anthony here, brother
Yeah.
Anthony Aronga here.
Finally put a
With
face
that,
to a
yeah, with
name,
those
right?
insights, you can reach a lot of people that
Mhm.
you don't know who will read or listen to you, that you could inspire. So
Yeah,
that's what makes this office very rewarding and fulfilling a lot of times.
I
So
agree.
join us, Paul.
Yes. With that, we would like to also take this opportunity to recruit. We have open arms right here. We would love to welcome every one of you if you're interested. Even if you're not, we'd love to ask you if you want to join us. Again, this is being host. Being in front of the camera is not the only thing that you can do on radio. There's so much more things that goes on behind the screen. With just an example with Kuya Tex right here helping us all the way from the Philippines, all that work. We have different time zones, but the effort that we both have in making sure we put out a good show every time we have our slot, so we're grateful for them as well. They wake up very early in the morning and they always help us out with their materials that we want to share with everybody else. And again, just reach out to us and we'd love to have you join our family as well. We are continue growing family here, whether you're from the different states here in the District of Mountain States. Just reach out to us and would love to talk to you if you're interested. We have a lot of things that we can fill out as part of the duties for that. So again,
Even with just your phone, photography,
yes,
videography, and
you don't need to have big cameras and stuff. You can
you
work
don't
through
need
that.
experience or anything like that. INC Radio got you. We have different
Yes.
seminars that we hold from time to time to help us really fine tune our skills. If we don't have
Yes.
them. Yeah.
Yes.
My question for you, Ate Nikki, what is your most favorite, most memorable part of being, one of the INC Radio Mountain States crew? Event or activity?
I think I've already told you this, Ate, but that's actually initiated by you. I never really, thought I'd be able to host an event, but this was, I think that was last year, right? It was in
the road show.
2024. Our regional awards there in San Diego. Not only was I able to meet, the different host crew members from the different satellite studios all over Northern America, but we were given an opportunity, me and Sister RG, to be one of the hosts for that event. And I must say that really tested out my my confidence right there. I never thought I'd have to do that. But yeah, it was really scary, but definitely turned out to be one of the highlights of being a host for INC Radio, because not everybody gets that opportunity, and not everybody gets that time to actually be able to fulfill little girl's dream, in yourself. But I got to host and help out in an event, and again, praise our Almighty God.
That was really fun. The travel and also spending time with Sister Archie before she leaves us. And speaking of highlights and our anniversary here on INC Radio Mountain States, I think somebody just joined us at the Nikki.
Yes,
Well, I don't know how to introduce him, or does he even need an introduction?
Everybody knows him. I'm pretty sure.
Hi, Kuya Ron. How are you?
Hello po. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
everyone.
us.
Sure. Sorry I'm late. I had some, we have some delegates here that are here for the National Association of Broadcasters convention. So I was busy hosting them.
Yes. Well, while we have you here, Brother Ron, if you could just share us, what's your favorite part or a highlight of your INC radio journey throughout the 7 years we've had here on INC Radio Mountain States?
Oh, wow. There's too many.
I know.
7 years. It's hard to believe it's been 7 years. It's, my journey actually started even prior to that, when we were still the District of Southern California. So yeah, I think it was 2014 when they launched INC Radio internationally, and that's when we started here. So, but it was 7 years ago when we actually when we became a district here in Mountain States, and we were given the opportunity to have our own satellite studio. So since then, there's been so many. I think out of all of the different times or events, we're usually here visually on air, online, but it's when we reach out and visit all the other brethren and broadcast from there, the different locales and regions in the district. It's always nice to see everyone in person instead of seeing them online, basically. So that's always a joy for me.
Yeah, I do agree, because sometimes when we look for guests as well, it's people that you never really thought that you'd be talking to, but when you reach out to them And then knowing that you actually have a lot of things in common, then there you go, you gain a new friend. So, and now when you see them at church, you always say hi to them, and sometimes you even end up hanging out with them now. So again, that just shows how many things that can happen when you're on radio. You can grow and strengthen relationships, with our skills as well. Like what Ate Mylene said, there are different workshops that are also given, seminars for us to better perform our duties as well. And most importantly, with their impact and influence in sharing our faith, and especially to the youth right now, they are very active on social media. Why not use it as a platform to use in sharing our faith? That's why we encourage most of our younger members to as well to join us, because why not? You're already active on social media, might as well perform your duty as well with us. And of course, we're not going to leave you behind. We'll guide you throughout the way, and will help you as well grow and build your confidence as we continue tuning into confidence as join us in our INC radio journey here on INC Radio Mountain States. All right. Just a quick time check. It actually is 4:41 p.m. right now. So
We were so worried, and like, what can we talk about in 45 minutes? And here we are,
I know
about to end the show.
we're running out of time, but just to close out our topic discussion again, being on radio is more than just a platform for speaking. It is also a tool for transformation. That's why we decided, having a topic discussion called Tuning into Confidence, which also helps us explore how sharing, words of encouragement, our faith and wisdom over radio can build self-esteem, strengthen relationships, and of course, change lives, as what we have here as our, what do you call this, our platform on INC Radio. By using, again, INC Radio as a platform to spread the words of God, individuals like us here who perform our duties for this platform, it helps us find our voices as well in a way, our personality, our skills, grow our skills through this. And of course, form deep connections, not only with the ones we get to perform this duty with, but also with the listeners that we get to meet, every time, not just where we're at, but all over the world. Through different stories of faith and meaningful conversations, we're able to grow and hopefully inspire and strengthen your faith as you continue to together give praise to our Almighty God. Again, thank you so much. Of course, we want to hear a little bit of insight as well from Brother Ron before we close out right here as well.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to mention you said or mentioned relationships. There's one thing we do have relationships with our viewers, but I'm usually behind the scenes and not in front of the camera most of the time. But the nice thing about being on radio too is the connections that we have and the relationships we've built with other satellite studios as well. I think we're 41 satellite studios outside of the Philippines. So we've especially like during our roadshow and the regional awards and whatnot, we've really we interact all the time online, but it's when we get together, it's so special to see everyone, especially in person. So that's the other thing about radio. We've become or we've grown an extended family. Basically, you're communicating with not just here in Mountain States, but with all the other districts. There's Ate Flo, who's on with us today, Ate Sinaida. So it's always great to see them as well. But it's that bond that you have with the IC Radio family.
Yes, I do agree. And of course, it's not all the time that we get to meet them in person, but when we do, we are very grateful. It's like we've known them for a long time because we've been like talking to them online, and finally getting to meet them in person is just like a cherry on top that helps us build, again, deeper and stronger connections with all the people who are also working alongside their own satellite studios. So we're grateful for them as well. Before we end our show today, we actually have another segment just to share with you some of our activities that we've had here in the past week here in the District of Mountain States. So, whenever you're ready, Poklia Tech, we have our What's Up Mountain States just to see what activities we've had here on the past week here in the District of Mountain States.
What's up, Mountain States?
All right, a lot of fun activities starting off with our Scan International Refresher course through a video streaming led by Brother Ralph right here, disaster preparedness and emergency preparedness, together with all of our Scan members in the District of Mountain States. They all gathered in the local congregation of West Las Vegas or Las Vegas to help, get them ready for responding to our brethren or even people in need that they get to help through this duty. As you can see right there, we are also joined by other SCAN members through WebEx link right there. Different topics and discussions were talked about to get them ready to get to help other people with this duty. And of course, we were led by our CFO overseer, Brother Jay Agustin, and of course, Brother Gary right there as well. Next, we have our esports unity games in the local congregation of Henderson that was held in the function hall. Different kinds of video games were played from different CFO, from CWS or Children's Worship Service, Binhi Kadiwa, even Buklod were able to enjoy this fun-filled family activity as part of their family hour as well. As you can see here, all our youngsters are very game to join this activity as they get their game on with the video games and the different types of games that they were able to play. We were also given special trophies depending on which game category they played for. As you can see right there, they're very big smiles as they were able to win their trophies and their medals for their own game category. As you can see here, all the brethren were able to join this activity. Last but not the least, our CMDPS had a diabetes seminar last week, a comprehensive guide to this illness. Just to get to know more, of course, we were led by our brother Ferdinand Tan, who is an MD or medical doctor. Of course, they were able to explain what diabetes is and how it affects our body and different types of diabetes that we are able to acknowledge and get to treat and prevent, which is very helpful for all of our brethren, not only those who have already have this, but some who might not know that they actually have diabetes. So definitely a great seminar from our CMDPS organization, of course, led by Dr. Ferdinand Tan. And that is it for all of the activities that we had in the past week here in the District of Mountain States. Hopefully, you get to share with us all of your photos so that in our next broadcast, we're able to tell it to the world as well how much fun we're having here in the District of Mountain States and how much fun the activities are and knowledgeable as well. But a quick time check, it's 4:48 p.m. We continue to invite you to join us here on INCRadio Mountain States every Saturday, same time, same place, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Mountain time. And please look forward to more changes and to more exciting things to look forward to here on INCRadio Mountain States. And hopefully, again, as we continue to recruit more people here, we'd love to see more faces here as well, more new faces, and get to know you as well in person. So please go ahead and join us. Please reach out to any one of us here, myself, Sister Nikki, Brother Ron, Sister Mylene, Sister Princess, Sister Jordan, Sister Marie in Colorado, Sister Macy as well. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us if you are interested in joining us. We are welcoming you all with open arms here, and we'd love to have you alongside performing this duty with all of us. But then again, Again, that is it for our INCRadio Mountain States. Before we end, we cannot forget to say our special thank yous to these very special people. Our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CEO, President of CEBSI and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Armando Manalo, our Executive Producer, Kuya Manly Andaya, Brother Manly Andaya, our District Minister, Brother Barry Thompson, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Oliver Conlas, our CFO Overseer, Brother Jay Agustin, our district multimedia, and of course, all of our avid viewers and listeners of INC Radio Mountain States. You are part of our journey as well. We thank each and every one of you for always tuning in with us every Saturday throughout the 7 years. Every Saturday, nonstop. You're always here with us, and we'll always be here joining your Saturday afternoon with you. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. Again, thank you for watching and listening to INC Radio Mountain States. Please do keep on tuning in and supporting INC Radio and all the other shows here as we continue changing lives through God's words. Up next is INC Radio Canada. Thank you, everyone. Have a happy Saturday. Happy
Everyone.
anniversary.
Thank you. Happy
Thank you,
7th anniversary, Mountain
everyone.
States.
Thank you, live chat.